Alrighty, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here today. My name is Courtney Scales and I will be your host and your guide as we dive through our sneak peek of Console Commercial presented by Kent Lumsden, who is our product owner here at Console Cloud. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we do get started. If at any time you do have any questions, just pop them in the question box in your Zoom control panel. We might have some time for some live Q&A at the end of the webinar, but if not, Kent and I will respond to you directly after the webinar. So, alrighty, without further ado, we're just going to get started. Alrighty. So for those of you who are new to Console, whether you're customers or just checking us out, welcome. It is great to have you here. Here at Console Cloud, we're working towards bringing you all-in-one software to boost your agency's productivity through radical efficiency gains, insights, and a customer-first focus. We're here to take away the busy work from property management using smart automation for repetitive tasks such as arrears, lease renewals, and maintenance. If you're an agency looking to boost your competitive advantage and your customer experience with a powerful platform supporting your every move, Console Cloud might just be the solution for you. To demonstrate on how we're delivering on that promise, Kent is going to walk us through our latest feature to be released, Console Commercial. Okie dokie, Kent. So why commercial?
Yeah, good question. So after surveying and meeting with roughly 200 commercial agencies across Australia and New Zealand, taken from our legacy platforms, Gateway, RPO and GD, plus external clients from cloud and other server-based solutions, we recognise that there's a large group of clients who need commercial-specific functionality, either due to being a commercial-only management agency, or more predominantly what we're seeing is mixed-use residential and commercial agencies.
So just talking to that a little bit, who did we actually build commercial for?
So, yeah, whether you're a small or large agency, we recognise that that many residential agencies manage a subset of commercial properties and vice versa. This is often the result of a landlord wanting to keep an entire resi commercial portfolio under the one roof or one agency for ease of reporting and accounting purposes.
So just talking to that a little bit, during our research, are there any findings you'd like to share? And, within those findings, how does that actually impact agencies who do manage commercial properties?
Yeah, okay, good question. So while many of the agencies do not manage commercial properties as a primary service, they still require many, if not the majority of all the same capabilities of a larger commercial specific agency. So that's one of the good things about what we're planning on delivering is it's a solution that works for both small and large agencies and agencies who have resi commercial portfolios combined, or even agencies who are 100% strictly commercial only.
So I guess the next question on everyone's lips is, when is commercial going live?
Yeah, okay, so I'll talk about the build process quickly. So we've been under construction now for a little over 3 months and we're making really quick progress. I'll talk more soon about the items we actually plan on delivering, but the high level idea of how we plan on releasing these capabilities is we plan on kicking off our beta testing in about the next 3 to 4 weeks. With an aim to release into open market in April. We have quite a few very, very good beta clients lined up, happy to test out what we've currently built. So some of the other stuff coming out in the open release will be things like things I'll go through them in a second.
All right, no worries. So now that we know when we can expect to see commercial in cloud, what can property managers actually expect?
Yeah, so the vast majority of clients we surveyed still use a large amount of manual task tracking by the use of Excel spreadsheets or Outlook Task Manager, etc. So many of these clients use in excess of 5 or 10 various spreadsheets to track and record daily tasks. And this is incredibly common with the majority of clients I've spoken to. This is a lot of overhead. And aside from being inefficient, it leaves room for a lot of error on the user's behalf. So what we plan on doing is we plan on using automation within cloud to replace those manual spreadsheets. So tracking of daily tasks like tenancy and insurance expiries, rent reviews, compliance items, etc. And our advanced designs allow transparency of all the important information in the one easy to manage place. Our powerful workflows will be extended to some degree to support commercial specific capabilities, e.g. the rent arrears or automation. If you're already on cloud, you'd be aware of that. and maintenance, etc., which are all market leaders and setting the standards in cloud currently.
So as we mentioned, Console Cloud is aiming to bring you all-in-one software to help you reduce your manual handling and have absolutely everything you need at your fingertips. But how does that actually work, Kent?
So the basic idea is get the relevant information at your fingertips. E.g., from my landing page here, I should be able to see things like which tenancies have rent reviews due or insurances due soon or overdue. I should be able to filter by multiple variables, e.g. arrears, reviews pending, vacates, etc., and link off to the associated workflows. Also, identify different characteristics of my commercial portfolios. So buildings versus individual properties, or again, I might be able to filter by portfolio. So this is all currently under construction. In short, allow cloud to help you manage your portfolio of commercial properties by exception, whilst the smart automation takes care of the daily tasks for you.
So just talking to that statement that you made, the managing by exception, can you give us some examples of how that automation works in commercial?
Yeah, so we actually have a good example already in cloud. So you can currently now create recurring invoices for recurring rents and also recurring outgoings. So for dissections other than rent, for commercial outgoings recoverable, this can be used in both residential and commercial instances. And based on client feedback, it's about to receive some upgrades on recurrences. So this capability solves for commercial leases in which a tenant is responsible for a set outgoings value on top of their rent value, currently monthly. But whilst it currently only works with monthly tenancies, we do have plans to extend this to other periods, e.g. weekly, fortnightly, quarterly, annually, etc. And that piece of work is currently in planning. The user can select which period to display on the invoice's description. This is driven by the due date of the invoice. Alternatively, you can also align these outgoings recurring invoices with your rent periods so that it all matches up. The edit functions are the same as the recurring rent scheduler, which has been in cloud for a while. The invoices also appear throughout the program as per the existing invoice behavior. So when we talk about saving time on data entry with smart workflows, an example of this is, aside from using a spreadsheet, how can you ensure that you have your outgoings recovered? So this is the ability to on-charge an owner's bill to a tenancy. Commonly used when a commercial lease is responsible for outgoings based on actuals. So this gives the user the ability to on-charge a bill to a tenant by creating a tenancy invoice in the same flow of work as entering the owner's bill. So it can all be done at the same time, and you make sure that you're not forgetting to on-charge it when you're entering the bill for the owner. So we're also providing the ability to pass on and amortize an owner's bill to a group of tenancies. That piece of work will be coming later, and it's currently in planning stage. So tenancy invoice then has the same edit capabilities as the existing invoices. The invoice is also linked behind the scenes to the owner's bill. So the good thing about that is you can clearly identify which bills have associated tenancy invoices. So in a perfect world, you could make the tenancy invoice due date prior to the owner bill due date, ensuring you've got adequate funds available to pay the bill on the owner's behalf from outgoings recoverable income, as opposed to using their existing balance of funds. And you can also on-charge from a new or existing owner's bill. You can do this in multiple times per bill. So you can set up multiple tenancy invoices per bill should you choose to. The tenancy invoices that you can set up are also multi-line item. So if it's something like a water invoice that you're on-charging where you want to separate out the kiloliter usage, you can do that. So it's great. It's a really big time saver, and we're really, really excited about this piece of work.
Awesome. All right, moving on.
So with a significant number of commercial properties forming part of a building or group, should you call it, we've built this capability in cloud. It's currently in testing. So as a first step towards things like top-down budget allocation, we're providing you the ability to group properties into a building under an ownership. So this also provides users with the ability to capture building level data, things like square meterage of a building. And in the future, it will help with retaining budget information. So we plan on providing some amortizing budget down capabilities within that building sometime in Q4-Q1. So on top of that, it helps you determine the values for not only recurring invoices, but also in the future for on-charging and amortizing an actual bill based on tenancy percentages within a building.
So just recapping quickly, Our commercial module will allow you to save time with everything that you need at your fingertips, accessible from anywhere, and to take away the busy work with smart automation using our industry-leading workflows. What we're going to discuss next is how we're solving the problem for some of the more commonly tracked events via spreadsheets, in which we intend on replacing via automation and transparent tracking in the system. Kent, can you walk us through that?
Yeah, so there's quite a few of them. As I said at the very start, a lot of our clients have, sort of between 5 or 10 various items they're tracking externally from their current service provider. So the first few would be capturing tenant insurance expiries, capturing tenant compliance obligations. We can begin to automate some of the more regular daily tasks, e.g. chasing up and storing those insurance expiries for a tenancy, bulk reminders and communications for tenant liable compliance items, and storing and tracking of the associated certificates. And this work is all currently under development, some of which is already in testing. So pretty excited about that too. Rent reviews is another big example. So set and forget automated rent reviews. This piece of work is also currently under construction. The idea here is that the changes you make to a tenancy for a rent review will automatically apply to the recurring invoices that you have set up. So you make all these events at the start of the lease using multiple calculation methods. So the types we cover in the initial release are CPI, fixed and percentage. So you would set this up at the start of the lease, maybe year 1, year 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth, using various types. Some other variances of CPI will follow in Q4, Q1. That will be CPI plus percentage or CPI or a percentage lesser or greater. So a really good feature. So for many of you who are currently using Console Cloud for residential, you'll be aware of the excellent efficiency gains to be had using our arrears automation workflow. So the really good news is we're currently in the process of delivering the same capabilities for commercial, driven by invoices, which will then also be extended back to our residential offering later in 2021. From speaking with many clients, this couldn't come sooner, as automation of daily tasks can save you so much admin time and money. I might just go back and talk about inspections quickly as well. So inspections, setting up a tenancy. At the start of the tenancy, you'll be able to set up your recurring inspections for that tenancy. And then the good part is you'll be able to use our Console Go app to go out and perform those inspections. And also report on those inspections back to the interested parties.
Alrighty, just moving back to arrears management.
Yeah, so just with that arrears management, the key capabilities you're going to get out of that is a list of all of your tenancies and arrears, the ability to drill down into individual tenancy arrears and take various actions per tenancy, or set up automated reminders to do the daily task management for you. So yeah, again, a really big piece of work, currently in the planning stages, due to start development in the next couple of days. So yeah, very, very excited about that piece. So another example of how we can negate the need for external spreadsheets is bonds management. So after speaking with a lot of clients, a lot of people are telling me that they really want the ability to audit that side of the business. So we're giving you the ability to store, track and report on the various types of commercial bond information. So that might be internally versus externally. So internally held in deposit, externally examples of that could be held as an IBD, held as a bank guarantee, held with the Small Business Commissioner, etc. So we give you the ability to audit your bonds across your commercial portfolio and ensure you're holding correct values against each tenancy by providing you with a comprehensive bonds report.
So for those of you who did tune into our recent Cloud Summer Release webinar, you would have seen Matt talk in depth about our new bills workflow. Kent, how does this actually work for commercial though?
Yeah, good question. So I'll just recap the bills function really quickly. So when entering bills, making payments and viewing balances, Cloud's new bills workflow will allow you to get those bills marked as entered, and we utilize ownership level funds. It assists in reducing the amount of pending payments late bill payments and confusion over internal journaling of funds from property to use to process those bills. So much of this feature has already been built and it's in its final stages of testing with approximately 100 beta clients prior to release in early March. So the big win here for commercial is that it will assist our users in comprehensive on-charging of actuals for commercial outgoings recoverable.
So just moving on to some of the reporting, a fundamental component of commercial management is that advanced and separate commercially specific reports that are required. How does that actually work in cloud though?
Okay, so one of the first changes we've made is some enhancements to the owner statements to show GST as a value on each line item, income or expense. This has already been released. It's a setting under office settings if you want to turn that on. So by tracking the GST accurately, this is actually our first step in the direction of BAS reporting. So for commercial owners, a lot of owners require some form of a BAS report on a quarterly or monthly basis. And again, this is another service that you can charge for. So another good piece of value we'll be extending in the next several weeks. Some other reports we have either as planned or in development, variations of income and expense reporting, tenancy schedules, the bond audit report, which I mentioned earlier. And then as we move into budgets and reconciliations, there'll be the associated reporting with those. I think that's about it from me. I might hand you back to Courtney. Thanks for your time, everyone.
Groovy. Thanks, Ken. So just to summarize for everyone, our commercial module is here to take your property management to new heights with our all-in-one platform designed for your agency's success. And we're really excited to announce that we've been ranked in G2's top software seller list across Australia and New Zealand, alongside other Aussie greats like Atlassian, Canva, and Xero. Don't take our word for it though. Go check out G2 and Capterra reviews from hundreds of other happy Console Cloud customers. We know that the agency of the future is powerful, productive, and decisive, and it's our job to give you the tools to help you get there. When you join us, we're here to support you with online and personalized training and a powerful knowledge base designed to drive everything you need to boost your productivity. And just speaking a little bit to that productivity, see how Console Commercial can work for you and book in a personalized demo with Kent to get started. We've got a little QR code there on screen to book in your demo, or the URL is just below. During the demo, do ask about our productivity guarantee and how we can boost your productivity by taking away all the busy work with our smart automation and workflows, as Kent has showcased today with the sneak peek of commercial. This does only apply to new Console Cloud customers only. It does look like we have a fair few questions rolling in. So what Ken and I might do is we might take those ones offline and answer you directly. Please just email us. You can use marketing@console.com.au or just follow the links on screen to book in a demo with us. We're really excited to have you here to showcase the sneak preview of commercial. And we look forward to showcasing a demo with you and having you join us. Thank you everyone for your time today. We hope you have a lovely day. We look forward to hearing from you soon.